Nelson Mandela (1918–2013) was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His presidency marked the end of decades of institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination in South Africa, known as apartheid. Mandela's journey to becoming a symbol of peace and justice began with his activism against apartheid policies, which he initially pursued through nonviolent means. However, after years of frustration with the government's response, he advocated for more direct actions and was arrested in 1962 for leading the fight against apartheid. In 1964, he was sentenced to life imprisonment for sabotage and conspiracy to overthrow the state. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, mostly on Robben Island, becoming a symbol of the struggle for racial equality and freedom. His release in 1990, after intense international pressure, led to negotiations to end apartheid and transition to a multiracial democracy. In 1993, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize alongside then-President F.W. de Klerk for their efforts to peacefully dismantle apartheid. Mandela is celebrated for his commitment to reconciliation, his focus on healing and uniting a deeply divided nation, and his advocacy for human rights. His legacy continues to inspire people around the world in the pursuit of equality and justice. Nelson Mandela's fight against apartheid began in his youth, inspired by his early experiences with racial discrimination. He joined the African National Congress (ANC) in 1944 and co-founded the ANC Youth League. Mandela was central to the 1952 Defiance campaign and was arrested multiple times during his early activism. After the ANC was banned in 1960, Mandela went underground, organizing armed resistance through the Umkhonto we Sizwe, the armed wing of the ANC. His arrest in 1962 and subsequent trial in 1964 led to a life sentence. During his imprisonment, Mandela became a global symbol of resistance against apartheid. Mandela's release in 1990 came after growing international pressure and internal unrest. He led negotiations for the peaceful dismantling of apartheid, which culminated in the first multiracial elections in 1994, where he was elected president. His leadership focused on reconciliation, healing, and fostering national unity in a deeply divided country. After his presidency, Mandela continued his advocacy for global peace, human rights, and the fight against HIV/AIDS. His influence remains profound worldwide, symbolizing the power of resilience, forgiveness, and leadership.